It's December 6th. It's the news of Jen. It's also Large Marge's birthday. Happy birthday, Large Marge, wherever you are. If you're not sick of me, I've got a couple stand-up dates this week. I got a show on Wednesday at 8 p.m. at JK Lounge in the beautiful downtown Rockford, Illinois. But that's not all. I also have a guest spot in Aurora at the Comedy Shrine on the 11th, doing a guest spot during Johnny Wiener's appearance. He was one of the last stand-ups to do Letterman show, so that was pretty cool. Anyway, before we get started, have you liked and subscribed? Remember to comment on the news stories we missed, because I missed you. Our top news story today is in Michigan, where 4 died and 7 were injured. The assailant, whose name I will not say, used his father's handgun, and he is 15 years old. Finally, America's getting back to normal. An unusual twist, this shooter was taken into custody without killing himself. Also unusual, his parents were arrested in Detroit, while allegedly attempted to flee to Canada. Attempted to flee? The couple were held on $500,000 bonds each, with none of the 10% down shit, so murder coupons, they're not what they used to be. Also in the new normal, GOP Senator Chuck Grassley of Iowa blocked a bill that would have expanded background checks for gun sales. Grassley, a Republican, offered his own solution, which would be fewer background checks. So, normal. Our other lead news story, which is probably more important, to be honest, is the fate of the Roe versus Wade abortion decision. It turns out, apparently, and I'm guessing here, the 3 Supreme Court justices that talked about Roe as a precedent during the whole, Trump presidency, they just kind of lied about it. So take that, politically neutral court system. What I fear what will happen is that they will declare abortion an unconstitutional act, thereby not only overturning precedent, but making it illegal across all states. The basic problem here goes back to when Roe was decided. See, it was decided not as a matter of bodily autonomy, but of privacy. Now, overturning Roe will mean that a medical decision, is not a private matter. This sets a precedent that maybe the government can make people do things that they do not want to do. Even vehement anti-vaxxers should be wary of this kind of decision. But owning the libs is all that matters. So they're not. Speaking of mandates, Germany has locked down unvaccinated people on their way to making shots mandatory for all its citizens. Most people believe that this is a better response for Germany than it has used in the past, invading Belgium. Speaking of Belgium, COVID-19 has been found in hippos in Belgium. So just think, when you can't think that King Leopold II couldn't be doing anything shitty still, his colonialism still affects to this day. Zookeepers said that the runny noses were the first sign something was wrong. How close do you need to get to a hippo to see that its nose is runny? Too close. Too close is the answer, because hippos are fucking terrifying. They're very terrifying. Though I can guess if they can no longer taste how good human flesh is, it's probably much safer. And I can't believe anyone said this. Oh, she said it. She probably said it. News. A certain Georgia representative says that not a single school has closed because of cancer. Of course, she's right, but most cancers are not contagious, unlike support for QAnon. Speaking of an overarching conspiracy designed to rip away privacy rights in an ever-growing race for power, Google. Users of the Google Pixel phone repair system are warning that their Google accounts are compromised, including searches through private photos and search of nudes. What's more amazing is that there is literally unlimited boobs out there, and people on the internet always want more. You figure that there would have been some kind of AI boob system by now. Maybe that's what I need to do. In heavier news, Russia appears primed to invade the Ukraine. There are nearly 200,000 troops at the border. It looks like Vladimir Putin is finally putting some real estate at the expanse of Russia, showing that land grabs are always in fashion. Beyond Crimea. Back in the U.S., thrice former U.S. presidential candidate and Senator Bob Dole passed away on Sunday at 98 of lung cancer. Damn, that was a long time. I would say it's a good run, but he's a terrible person. A reflection of his habit, speaking about himself in the third person, the press release did say, signed by Bob Dole himself, Bob Dole is dead. Speaking of a more metaphorical death, Chris Cuomo, the CNN anchor, was sacked for his attempts to help his brother, Andrew Cuomo, do the whole governor as abuser thing from a few months ago. Remember that? Remember that? Yeah. That was months ago. When asked about if he was going to try to help his brother get his job back, the former governor said, "Chris who?" In Dole news, a surgeon was fined $3,000 for amputating the wrong leg during a surgery, thereby halfway answering what costs an arm and a leg. In I'm not sure about this news, a woman tried to breastfeed her hairless cat during a flight. Every word of that sentence is more unexpected than the last. Word is that the cat was ornery and not really latching, and the woman refused to put the cat back in the carrier anyway. I got nothing. I think that's the end of the episode. There's no more joking that can be done there. Yeah, you go ahead and comment your punchline down there. Thanks everyone for your kind words after the last show, and remember, I do love you.